All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome back into another video. Today's video, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I didn't want to talk about this because I know how much of a controversy it can be, how there's people on one side, how there's people on the other side. But the situation has started to go into a bit of a, how do I say this, a worse point. Like we're reaching the end of the well, and it's not really looking good. All right. So if you guys remember correctly, Renan X was a community. A content creator of Paladins, and a very big one, by the way. But on the Brazil community, some of you might know him, some of you might not. And the time that Overwatch 2 went free, he decided to transition over to Overwatch. And honestly, that's absolutely fine. He was smart. He took the wave and just went into a game that he felt that he could actually have more fun and have more content, create new content, and so on. A fresh new set of air. Now, recently he's come up with this tweet, and I'm going to translate it to you. Regarding the silence about the banning of Tardan, we'll get to that in a second, by the team of Evil Mojo team in Paladins game, I will be privatizing every single one of my 1,000 videos of Paladins on my channel. If the company does not have any sort of respect for the Brazilian audience, this is the least that I can do. So, what am I talking about? Tardan. I believe this is the person in question, or maybe not 18 followers for... No, that's not him. Maybe he doesn't have a Twitter. Tardan is a streamer of Paladins, and he's a very good player. He is a Brazilian streamer of Paladins. Now, Tardan was mostly known more recently for doing a lot of reruns in Paladins, constantly being on stream. And doing, obviously, the 24/7 farms, because he was either streaming or rerunning, and that raised some issues. Some people in the community didn't like that. They were upset. I voiced a little bit of my opinion about, having people rerunning and still having drops. But eventually, Evil Mojo decided to do something. So to prevent people from abusing this, they would take away a partnership to anybody who would try to rerun and have drops at the same time. Obviously, they didn't care because, like they've stated before, it is really hard to, make a living right now in Brazil. And even more now. And so you guys have an idea. They get less than $1 for a sub, right? Twitch eats up a lot of the money, then transactions between dollar to real, which is the coin they have. Plus, it is very devaluated, the coin there. So it's really fucked up. Like, they don't make a lot of money as streaming. So if they can maximize that as much as possible by staying online as long as possible, then fantastic. That is a fantastic way to do so. Obviously, Evil Mojo decided to step up and do one more thing, which was disable entirely just the drops and the bounty store altogether. Now, there had been rumors that the reason why this happened was actually because they had a bit of a trouble with the bounty store and keeping it up. Personally, I think this is bullshit. I feel like the reason why this happened was actually multiple different reasons. One of them was the 24/7 streams. The other one was a lot less work to worry about putting new skins in there and having to fix this entire thing and so on. And finally, so they can make more money, because if they don't have a system where you can get free skins, then obviously you're going to have to spend money. So all of this together just ties up to the conclusion that the bounty store and the drops of Twitch Paladins were gone. Then Tardan decided to do the same thing, but in Smite. He went over to Smite, and he was doing this 24/7, reruns, getting drops, stay here, farm your drops, and so on. Now, the shit took this took a very shitty turn, where the people back at Smite decided to ban Tardan entirely across all the games of Hi-Rez. So he got banned in Paladins for streaming Smite with the 24/7 streams for drops, farms, and so on. So Hi-Rez, when it came to the Smite team, they were like, no. They put their feet down, and they just, they took action. But Evil Mojo would prefer to entirely fuck up the entire drop system, and a system that would allow people to actually to grind for skins, literally be in game, do missions, do trials, get the bounty coins, get free skins. So something to grind for that would allow them to get something back, which would then have the entire drops on Twitch, which obviously a lot of people would be like, oh, these are fake viewers. These are people being AFK. That is true. That is true. But listen, this happens all the time, even without drops. It doesn't inflate a little bit? Maybe. But that's good for the game, because the category would be up. And not only would the streamers actually have some good numbers, so they can do like partnerships, collabs, being paid to play other games because they would have like a good amount of viewers. All of this was a reality. This was a reality. And unfortunately, that reality is now gone, right? So people either have viewers because they naturally have them and they are naturally known in the community, or they just happen to have the charisma to bring in people, or drops are not a thing and they cannot use that. So again, just to recap, Tardan was doing rerun streams on Paladins. The actions of Evil Mojo were to threaten people of losing their partnerships, which would mean just a couple of codes of battle passes every patch. And eventually that didn't work, so they turned off the drops and the bounty store, fucking up the entire community and all the streamers. But then when Tardan went to Smite, Smite decided to ban him all across all the Hi-Rez games. So this has happened already a while ago, because I remember Tardan actually coming to my stream and talking about it, how that happened. Now, I had the fate that he was going to be unbanned. I actually had this fate. Right, he told me the situation. I said, just talk to the community manager. I mean, I understand that they want to do some precaution, some punishment for you doing the rerun streams or whatever, but they can't just ban you all across all their other games and completely shut you off. Like, you're one of the biggest streamers there is of both Paladins. Now, I'm not gonna say Smite because I don't know the numbers he had, but 100% on Paladins, he had a lot of numbers, and you were a very big person on the Brazilian Paladins community, so it's fucked up. Like, they need to fix this. Conclusion, according to rumors that I've been seeing all over the place, not just this, that Renan decided to do this to try to help out. Apparently, community manager and other dev members, Evil Mojo, they're all ignoring the situation. All ignoring. I haven't seen a single person from the team even mention this. Like, for example, so you have an idea. I haven't even seen this subject being talked over on the partners Discord. Now, I don't frequently go there and see what the hell we're talking about there. But usually when there's something big like this, they would easily, like the conversation of the day would be talking about it. And I cannot tell for sure that I've ever seen this happen. So, either A, we're ignoring it because it was Smite that did it, so now they don't want to enter in confrontation and try to, undo their actions. Or B, they wanted this to happen, but they didn't have the courage to do it, so when Smite did it, they just let them take the blame, and now they stay quiet. Something is definitely up, right? Because according to what I see, a lot of people are going around and asking please to reconsider, to just unban Tardan. And now you're probably wondering, well, why should they unban him? I mean, he did do something against the rules. Correct. But hold up, because he didn't break in-game rules. He broke the rules that you accept once you create an account, right? That Hi-Rez does have the power to ban you if you have done something against them, the company, or the game, right? In this case, they're the thing they claimed to be the evil here was that he was doing the 24/7 farms of drops, making it bad for other streamers and aka even sometimes the community, company, and so on. Like, this is what they claim. Great. So something happened outside of the game and they have the power to now punish them for it. Straightforward, right? But here's the thing. If I do well remember, a former AOC member / streamer, not only did he do something that on Twitch would get him permanently banned, and somehow he didn't get banned, which was literally trash talking, bullying mentally and verbally his girlfriend / wife on stream while being drunk. But he was also, according to people and according to videos that are circling around on the internet that everybody can go and find, I'm not making shit up, he was also hateful towards the community of both the Spanish community / Brazilian community and then also the VTubers. This shit happened. He got banned for 1 day and immediately unbanned the next day. So, if that happens, and we're talking about hate, which is something way worse than somebody just trying to make a living, even if it does mean that they are willing to lose their partnership and so on, right? If that happened to that, but it doesn't happen to Tardan, then I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna have to unban. You gotta have to ban the other guy as well, because like, let's be honest, the other one was way worse than this one, and this is starting to look really bad. I've seen a lot of people. I'm from Portugal, so I understand Portuguese, and a lot of Portuguese people from Brazil and even from Portugal and even Spanish people have come over to my stream and said, "Hey, listen, Kreepers, can you talk to the devs about unbanning Tardan?" And I'm like, "No, I can't do nothing like that. Then we don't do that." And then even if we did, I don't know who to go to. Like, I can try to talk to Radar maybe, but like, if they made that decision, I'm not gonna do anything. If anything, I'm just gonna piss them off, right? So if they're aware of the situation, they'll solve it. But apparently, either A, they don't know about the situation, which I find it awkward because, like, this post already has 269 likes, plus Brennan both pinged Evil Mojo Games and Paladins. And let me see here something of what happened. If the strategy of PR and management of the community management, their strategy is to ignore the comments of hundreds of Brazilian people, my moral position is to pretend this game has never existed. Here's Tardan. Tardan is here. I'm going to tell you, brother, it's not even that it's because of me, but they simply ignore the fuck out of people commenting hashtag free Tardan on tweets. It is pretty absurd. There's a postage. The 90% of comments are this. How can they ignore? It was the worst ever position of PR and community manager I've ever seen in 8 years of playing this game, and I honestly am shocked with the total silence. So yeah, this is a reality. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna be siding up with anybody. I know that I just said, that if you're going to keep Tardan banned, that you would probably have to go and ban the other guy. I'm gonna be honest. For as much as I don't like the other guy, I'm not the type of person to wish him any harm, or him or his girlfriend, or want any of them to be banned or arrested or any of the fucking things that you can imagine you would wish on a person when you hate them or dislike them. I don't, all right? But what I'm saying is just by logic. I'm just giving an example. If this person is banned because he's doing reruns and apparently people don't like that, but my team can do it, but Evil Mojo team, Paladin's team can't do it, right? And I'm sorry, then how are you going to ban somebody for something that it's literally hate live on stream, right? While playing this game, while representing this game. Not only that, but while being the AOC, right? And not even that, like, the amount of rumors going around that then his girlfriend became the AOC next year, right? And went around and actually spread information signed under NDA to the point of them wanting to find out what that she shared. Like, all of this was a reality, but they're fine. They don't get any repercussions. And when they did, they get immediately swept under the rug, kiss, pat on the head, and let's move on. But then Tardan, who brings hundreds of views and represents one of the biggest communities that this game has, gets literally ignored. I'm not even saying to unban him at this point, but at least acknowledge the situation. At least talk about it. Alright, do a post with the official Twitter Paladins account and talk about it. Say, we are aware of the situation, we're going to be taking necessary steps, we'll be talking to the people affected. Something. But, like, do not ignore your community. The moment you start ignoring a community like this, it's going to be hard. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give them this. This is for the Evil Mojo team to listen, community managers, and so on. I am aware the Hi-Rez has decided to fire every regional community manager there is. In fact, the community manager of the time for the Brazilian community was, I believe, both Toadsburg and Quakey. right? Then Quakey got fired, and only Toadsburg stayed around with that. But apparently, Toadsburg is no longer on that position, or at least it's not doing with Paladins as maybe Smite or something. So something did, something happened because of that. You fired all the regional community managers, so you have literally nobody that can attend to some of these communities. We're talking about French communities. We're talking about Spanish communities, Brazilian communities. These are massive communities. These 3 communities alone. Right? If we're just going to attend to people who know how to speak English, then I'm sorry, but either you're being, what is called, a xenophobe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, or you just don't want to have the extra hard work, which means that you're just being lazy as fuck. And that is not good for a community / company. Like, that is literally not good. Somebody has to do something, all right? Talk about it, all right? Acknowledge the situation. Please, for the love of God. If you need somebody to translate and have you can communicate between them, I'll do it for you. Fuck. I've been part of the stream team. I've been partner since the End Times event, and I've been creating content since Sarah's came out, right? I've played both on PlayStation for over more than a year, and I still play every once in a while. And I've been on the PC community for God knows how long. I was the AOC representative, the main representative of PC for 2022 all the way to 2023. I've never broken an NDA. I've never broken a contract. I've been representing this game and this community for God knows how long. Right? Both PC, PlayStation, Portuguese, Spanish, and Brazilian community for God knows how long, and I've always been willing to help. Obviously, I've been upset lately because of some certain things I see, and this is one of them. There's a reason I was also nominated for Crystal Awards for multiple times, because people trust me, and I've tried as much as possible to help both the community, the players, and even the devs. I've tried very fucking hard to work with them. All the time. And until one point where they didn't want me there anymore. I'm going to continue to do my life and they can do theirs. I'm going to be honest. I've felt for multiple times ignored. And I feel like that's a reality. And I feel like this video, this that I'm talking about, is going to be ignored as well. But if for just one fucking second, you actually care about the communities, about the content creators, and about the game, please either contact me so that I can translate shit for this and have you guys talk. I'll even do a meeting with you. Or do something, hire Toadsburg to do this, and have a conversation with Tardan, Renan, and so on. Talk to them. Not only are you losing a shitload of content, we're talking about 1,000 plus videos. Some of them, look at that. 80,000 views, 72,000 views, 65,000 views, 64, 63, 61, 48. These are some of the videos. All right? This content is gone. It's privatized. Ain't nobody gonna see this shit no more. And the Brazilian community is pretty fucking massive. You cannot ignore this. So please, do something, acknowledge it. I don't know, even do a comment saying, yeah, we're aware of it. We'll do something. But just do something. Stop ignoring people. Because this will be the death of Paladins. If your plan is to kill Paladins, if your death is even to start killing Smite, because this is tied to Smite now as well, good luck trying to get away from that fucking train. But if your plan is to kill all the games that Hi-Rez has, then you're doing a terrific job. Alright? So don't continue to do it. Please. Do something different. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, have a wonderful time. I'm currently doing a Subathon, as you can see on the top right side of the screen. You guys are more than free to welcome to join me. I'll be posting the video shortly whenever I can on YouTube. If you guys want to know more about this or talk about it and so on, please show up on stream, twitch.tv/Kreepers. And yeah, I hope that they actually see this video and they do something about it. Or even if it is not my video, I just hope that you guys can spread it around with the rest of the community. Because not everybody understands Portuguese and Spanish and Brazilian, so you're not going to know more of this situation from just reading it, that's for sure. Unless you use this, but even then, it's going to be completely hard for you to get a good translation. So, yeah. I hope things get solved or at least talked about. And bye-bye.